Okay, we are back. There was a pause there. Sabelkat had personal things he had to do for a bit, so I'll get the new turn. Oh my, lots of action for Tir Na Nog. Lots of action. And no action for Ermor. Oh, a probe with a scout. Okay, what do we got here? Took out the independence with a small amount of Tuatha warriors. Now, there must be sneaking Tuatha around somewhere. We've got 15 here with the single She-Lord. We've got 9 here. Cleared out a Necromancer and Long Dead. And I'm definitely thinking, now there's a few scattered about. Interesting thing, I don't think anybody... Oh, Ermor got a second fort up. Where is it? Bum, 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 bum. Here it is, way up in the corner. Way up in the corner. Okay. What else can we see on the graphs? Provinces. Okay, Tir Na Nog is caught up. But he's got no forts up. He might be working on one. There, yeah, he's got a fort. Oh, he forgot to buy PD. Oh, don't do that. Yeah, he cleared this one. Cleared this one. I think my volume's a little too high here for my music. All right, but these are some hefty armies from Ermor. Kind of looking like they're ready to head out. I wonder if Tir Na Nog is going to scoop in underneath. Right, let's take a look at some of the other graphs. Income. All right, Tir Na Nog has moved ahead on income. Gem income, significant advantage for Ermor. Research, still slight advantage for Tir Na Nog. Dominion isn't going to matter much. Well, except that if keeping his Dominion up does keep the Titans, the Trinity, kind of out of his territory for Tir Na Nog. Army size, Tir Na Nog is cranking it up. And that's about the sum total of what there is to see. So let's just make sure everybody's playing in the game. Okay, it looks like everybody's active. Can't tell if Gaydad has come back. I think he has. So we'll go from there. All right. Any of these fights interesting? I don't know. I mean, this one was, what? Just a few slingers. This one was a good pile of Bear Tribe, but that's a big chunk of... So as he split into 2 squads, he's in line, which is useful. Because he's got enough command with the She-Lord. So that's helpful. They're less likely to get in the back. Earth Power. Who's casting? Oh, look at that. Oh, what's this guy? Earth 2, Nature 1 with a gem. So we're expecting to see some swarm here. That's my guess. Definitely my guess we'll see some swarm here. All right. Has he got gear? No, no gear. A few gems in case he needs them. Oh, and all that independent mage can do is throw some rocks. Throw rocks. All right. Yeah, there really isn't much else to see. Well, this one's a little bit interesting. Necromancer. All right. So, bless. Bless. Whoa, the Long Dead die. This guy casting ashes to ashes. Okay. Throwing up protection. There we go. Oh, a new turn is here. So everybody's playing. All right, that went pretty clean. I mean, continuing rounds of undead does make for a bit of a challenge. Ooh, Tir Na Nog is attacking. Tir Na Nog is attacking. So where? Let's do it this way. Oh, look at that. Okay, he takes out light PD. And he takes out light PD. So these are these two armies, the 9 and the 15 we saw before. So he's looping around. Alrighty. I'm a little surprised that Gaydad with Ermor is sort of sitting still for a moment. One thing he could maybe do is take some water. It's a possibility. Alright, looking at the graphs. Oh, he's buying a lot of troops. What's he buying? Retiarius, Augurs, and Equites. Okay. And what about... Oh, he's summoning some Kushi. Oh, look at that. And his fort's going up. And he bought his PD. There we go. And I'm kind of guessing he got an event. Because one of the events that gives you free PD is 15. He might not have. 16 isn't a bad option. It's a good province. Yeah, that's a really good province. All right. What else we got to see? Nothing too much. All right, let's look at grass. All right. Yeah. Oh, Tir Na Nog has another fort up. We put one right here. Ah, okay, good. So he's going for 2 forts. Wonder if Ermor is going for some more forts. Let's look about and see. There's a fort going up in one of the Titans. No lab yet. Okay, he's got a lab here. All right. Okay, I don't see anything else too much of interest. So it's going to be 3 forts versus 3 forts. And there's almost no independence left to fuss with. Just some Amazons here and a few ghouls here. And then the water. Yeah, that's the sum total of it. Okay, I don't see much else to discuss happening here. Let me check the messages. Just be sure nothing important showed up. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Bum, 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 bum. Well, we are waiting. Yeah, there just isn't a whole heck of a lot to talk about in this one. So I'm just dealing with a few comments on Discord. So it's kind of slowing down to the point it might do better now as an archived game. Because I do find sometimes the streaming just gets a little boggy, as there isn't a great deal happening as things get more complicated. But we'll see. It may carry on in a somewhat lively way. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, okay. We're just kind of static here. We are static, waiting for the action. The action. We need some action. Alrighty. No, are we? I don't think we're stagnant. Gaydad is still playing, but he's going to have to take a break here fairly soon. So that'll be the end of today's stream. I'm going to try to schedule a sort of a finale stream, but it might end up being a follow-up recording instead of a stream, just depending on what develops. So do I have anything? You know what? I think what I want to do, I believe I want to try and see if I can build this tight. Yeah, let's bring that across. Well, actually not here. Let's pop out of the game. We'll put that aside. Let's pop out of the game. Let's go to tools. Let's see if we can make this one. So I don't know this pretender very well. Okay, here's Ermor. And Titan of the Crossroads. This lady here. Now, I have to go back to the bless, but I think and she was awake. Oh, he went order. You know what? I got to go back to the game. I forgot to make a note. I forgot to make a note of the scales. Uh-oh. Ah, there we are. Oh, we have a new turn. Oh, what's happening? 11 fortune tellers in the province, but the lab still just burned down. Isn't that funny? Oh, boy. And we've got serious attacks coming from Tir Na Nog all over the place. All over the place. Well, this one's kind of cool. All right, I'm not going to worry about building that pretender for now. Right beside his capital. And, oh, that was touch and go. But look at that. Look at all the magi he wiped. Son of a gun. So that's a prophet. What are these guys going to do? Astral shield, fire shield. Some luck, some aim. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This was not a good trade for Ermor. This was definitely not a good trade for Ermor. Look at that. Some mind burn, some fire darts, some fireball. These guys are just, wow, look at them go. Get them, get them. Get them, boys. Holy cow. That was pricey. That was pretty seriously costly. So he's going to get all these magi. The fire shield, and they burn. Okay, so that army's kaput, but the She Champion survived, and it could sneak its way out. So that's one. Well, what do we got here? Probe. Okay, a probe by Tir Na Nog. 30 Tuatha. 2 She Lord. I'm curious if these are thugged up. Let's have a look-see and see if these are thugged up. Okay, a Thunder Whip and a couple of gems. Probably won't see the gems spent. Not against this trivial. So that's a fairly serious army. And of course, the trouble for Ermor is which way does it go? So it's got 3 attack directions. Okay, now this one here was just, so that's Kushi, Tuathas, and another She Lord. Is this one thugged up? Let's take a look. Is he thugged up at all? No. No gems and no gear. All right. So we saw that one. And we saw that one. And we saw that one. What do we got? Oh, that didn't work. Trying to counter raid with just some gladiators. That distinctly did not work. Look at that. That was a fail. Well, it's a cheap counter raid, so no big deal there. I'm in a game right now where I have to do a whole pile of that kind of cheap, hopefully low risk counter raiding. And I thought we saw that one. Did we see that one? This is the 7. This is the 12 Tuathas. This is the 30. Okay, we've seen everything. We have seen everything that's happening. Oh my. All right, let's look at graphs. So they each have their other fort up, but Tir Na Nog also has a fort going up here. And Ermor has a fort going up here with a Titan there. Doesn't have a lab there yet. Oh, wow. Well, that was kind of a painful loss. Augurs and Flamen and Crystal Priestesses. Far out. All right. What about, all right, on the provinces, Tir Na Nog is raiding aggressively. And that is really cutting into Ermor's income in a major way. Is he stealing some of the gems away? A little bit of site searching, it looks like, finally, for Tir Na Nog. Well, they were looking good before, but they're not looking so good right now. He was really aggressive up till, what, 3-4 turns ago, and then he kind of sat still. So I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure if it means he's got a big plan, that he's getting ready. He's consolidating some pretty substantial armies. You know, that one's fairly substantial. This one's pretty substantial. Got a Titan with it. So it could come kind of roaring in. What was the attack here? Yeah, that's the Retarius that did not succeed. And so I noticed that this is the second turn in a row where we see 20 units here. It's looking a bit like Tir Na Nog makes them and moves them out immediately. Moves them out in stealth. So those guys could be all over the place and we can't see them. Oh, he's grabbing some fish boys. He's going to sneak himself into the water. Yeah, he must have a fair bit of gold on hand. Just unused. No, you're right, Distant Horizon. Things are not looking superb for Ermor. Okay. Well, there's a fair number of equites. He's lost very, very few throughout the game. Just one here, one there. And then Retarius as a backup. His income has to be hurting a little bit. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing if Tir Na Nog could cut off the pathing for income. And if he happened to notice this fort going up and he could make a mess there. Oh, look at the unrest. That's kind of unexpected. I wonder what he's doing that's causing unrest. Unfound site or something. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to check Discord. See if there's anything important. Nope. Nope. Tir Na Nog's Indie Cav stack. Yeah, he was building the Indie Cav. So 7, and he was making some in another location. Thought it was here, but where'd they go? Huh, they moved away? So only 7 so far. But he was I saw some other ones. I thought it was here a few turns ago. So that's not going very quickly, but so he's decided to quite aggressively push on Ermor instead of cleaning up these last few independents. Because this one was, I believe, the Barb attack that took a province from. So yeah, 7 heavy cavalry. I don't see any more. No, looks like that's it. That's about it. Surprised me. That's all that I see at the moment. Now, I was going to go and refresh. So the only place I want to go. Oh, no. Can't do that. All right. Bummer. I was going to see if I could find that bless again to remember it and see if we could build the Ermor Pretender. But I should sit up. Ah, there we go. Actually, I'm going to grab another coffee. Hang on. Okay, we don't have a turn. Oh, turn's coming. All right, let's get the new turn. Actually, I have to. Man, some of my games are getting tough. Where are we here? Mr. Clockwork. Well, I've got quite a bit of time, so not too shabby. Alrighty. Oh, message from Tir Na Nog. I may have all the land, but 0 scouts. How am I supposed to elf if I can't see where he is? Well, I would make a few scouts from independent forts or secondary forts because you do need them. All right. Let's glance here. So 2 attacks by Ermor and 4 attacks by Tir Na Nog. So we can kind of go over this from the map. All right, here. Oh, there's the heavy cav. There's. Oh, and the fish boys. Well, that didn't do diddly. Oh, sir, that didn't do diddly. 5 augers. So he's decided to bring out mage support. What about this? Okay, that was a scout probe. Oh, and look at that. Oh, dirt cheap. Dirt cheap raid. And wow. So he just kept going with that Chi champion in the single to Alpha, and it does fine. He didn't even pause to hide and run away. So that's 1, 2. 2 for Tir Na Nog. Then Tir Na Nog, cleared out these barbs. Lost a couple Kushi. Yeah, you could have enough elf stacks. Although, well, now he's got a second fort at 2nd level, so he can get a mage a turn, or a she-loader turner, or whatever. Now, let me remember, sometimes I mix up Tir Na Nog and... Yeah, so she-lords are only commander point 2, and they're not capital only. It's 3 are capital only, and slower. Bean-Shi are everywhere, so he could be doing Bean-Shi. He's been doing a fair number of Shi champions. Baven-Shi are kind of useful, but depending. I mean, Bean-Shi are kick-ass. They are serious, powerful stuff. And of course, Tuatha Sorceresses are going to suck into, your capital recruitment options. And right now, being a duel, probably his best bet is just lots and lots of She-Lord. But let's look at forts. Did I go over all of the significant fights? Oh, there's the Titan. So the Titan cleared out trivial PD. Oh no, he did a PD dump. That's a big PD dump. It didn't work, but I'm wondering if it did any damage. Okay, has he? No, he hasn't changed the gear. So that's the same gear he's been using all along. So there's a chance she takes some damage. Ooh, she's taking some whacks. Yeah, she's taking some whacks. That's not a ton of protection. Oh, boy. Yeah, she's getting hit. But they ran away. Oh, there you go. So the Titan is fine. That fight's over. All right, well, unsupported PD dump probably didn't add a lot to the whole situation. So it's looking like 3/4 each. Yeah, they're bang on the money here. Both have 3/4 each. Both have one upgrade at once. All right, and let's go over the other fights. Yeah, that one's kind of cool. I mean, that's not a lot of PD, but it's also not much of an army. Well, yeah, it's bare minimum PD. And that's the profit. Well, this is a surprising attack to me. I think I would have been more conservative with my profit and hauled it back home. Because it is the profit. And it's attacking. Okay. Well, we know what happened there. This one, not much to see there. 6 versus 1 PD. What do we got here? Scout probe. She-Lords against barbs. So the Kushi didn't hold up as well, but that's not surprising. And this one here, the only thing I think of real interest is, are the Rotarius staying back? Right, so we put one Rotarius way up front as a bait squad. And then all he's using to fight, turn my volume down, it's just the Equites. All right, not a lot to see there. Okay, we've looked at, and then the message again, let me remind myself. Right, that's the one about scouts. So, okay. The only thing really to look at here is just sort of overall review. So Tir Na Nog is being pretty aggressive. There's a substantial army, and it's not hiding. It's odd. It's actually just sitting there sort of, hey, come and get me. Because that's a pretty substantial army. Wonder where it's going to go next. And I wonder if Tir Na Nog is going to try to block. Does he have enough dudes hanging around and enough gold for a PD dump? Maybe some actual magic in behind it? Okay, looks like one heavy cav a turn here. And the fish boys are dead. Okay. Well, I don't see too much else. I'm going to jump over to Discord and just make sure I've followed up on any important comments. I may not be able to finish this in a stream. Gotta get some other turns done. But we're doing all right. Okay. I gotta ask. Gaydad was saying he's gotta take a pause, so. Because if he has to pause, that's going to be the same time I end the stream. And then I move on from there. And the other thing I was checking was, yeah, so I've got a couple turns I've got to work on fairly soon today. So I can't stream forever. I overloaded myself a little bit. I got into 4 games. I think 4 games is It wouldn't have been four if it wasn't that. Ah, here comes the turn. Wouldn't have been four if it wasn't for they needed some help with a game as a sub, and I felt a certain just feeling that it was a worthwhile thing for me to work on. Okay, this will be the last turn for the stream, guys. I just talked to Gaydad. He's got to stop. It's it's quite a bit later for him. He's +8 or +9 hours from me. Anyways, but we're hoping that one of the evenings in the early part of this week we'll be able to finish up. That's the plan, anyways. So just giving you the heads up that one way or the other, I'll either finish this as a stream or I will finish this as they download the files and do a recording. I might do it that way because the turns are slowing down a lot. Let's do my maintenance. And let's look over. Okay, the big Ermor army. Well, I guess he saw the fish boys and said, I'm going to stop him from getting in the water. And look at this. The prophet with the single Tuatha is at it again. Man, that's kind of fun. I think that's pretty fun. I think that's impressive to run around with just one ungeared she champion and a Tuatha. It's definitely fun. And then, okay, so dirt cheap. Well, no, using a Titan is not dirt cheap. So that's a medium commitment counter raid. And if it happened to bounce against a big squad of Tuatha, I think that could go badly. Oh, this looks interesting. Oh, they don't hold up so well against Retiarius. This is interesting. Let's see what happens here. I think it's going to be the nets. Yeah, the nets are going to whack their defense down. And then they're going to get surrounded. So harassment penalty from surrounded. Yeah, see, there's nets. Defense drops to 3. How about this guy? Defense is still way up here for him. No, but see, these guys, defense down to 5. 5. That guy isn't netted. Yeah, this is the problem. They do struggle with the nets. So that's a solid counter that Ermor is using here. Yeah, netting these boys is excellent. Definitely excellent. Cool. Okay, we learned something there. So if you're going to have to punch the Retiarius, I'd be bringing some chaff along. I'd be bringing some furbolgs. What do we got here? Okay, they took the Independence with a moderate raid party. So where did... Oh, no, a scout. Okay, the big stealthy army. Yeah, nets trash elites, especially elves. They definitely trash elves. Okay, nothing to see here. 1 PD. So we had the big Tir Na Nog army here. Oh, here's a good sized bunch. Okay, they're coming around the backside. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Tir Na Nog is really keeping up the raid pressure. Good job. Good job there, Sabelkat. You definitely want to keep up that raid pressure. So let's just... Were any of these really interesting? The Titan with 7 Pegasi against 1 PD? No. She-Lord against some Amazons? No. Is the Titan geared? Lightly. Very lightly. It's geared a little more than it was. This is, oh, wait a minute. Is this the 3rd Titan? I'm trying to remember the names, but I think this is the 3rd one we hadn't seen fight before. Yeah, Serpent and the Bronze Dagger. No, we hadn't seen her before. So she's lightly geared, good morale. Little fire resistance. Not that that's... And automatically blast. But I think the issue here is the Pegasi are going to do the job. Now, there's 3 of them. The other Titan, we'll see if we see her fight. Yeah, That's the single one. That's just a scout probe. That's a substantial army back with augurs. Actually, I'm going to watch that one in a bit here to see what magic they're using. This was, we watched that one. So the other Titan put on Enchanted Ringmail turn 3 and has been, well, 2 of them. So there's 3 total. 2 of them put on Enchanted Ringmail turn 3. And then that's all the gear they have had so far that we've seen. Just Enchanted Ringmail. And then Bark Scan, Skeletal Body, and Personal Regen and Astral Shield has been the buff cycle, which is solid. Although one, they are a little vulnerable. I think the Titans would die to the Tuathas. But if they were escorted with Retiarius, I think it would be a different story. So, all right. This will be the final turn today. Oh, he's going to finish this turn, so we will hang out and look at it before I call the stream done. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's causing his unrest here. Might be a site that he hasn't found. Right, and I wanted to review the magic in this fight. I was curious to see if there's anything really interesting here. So the augurs are scattered. Some in the front. What have we got? Small communion. Okay, any gems? There's the master. No gems. Got 2 slaves, 2 masters. That's solid. Well, actually, there's 5 of them total. So that 3 masters. No, this one's not in it. That one cast luck. So let's see. Okay, it's powering up fireballs with that communion, looks like. Yeah, you're just powering up fireballs. Okay. So let's have a look, see if the slaves, how they're doing. All right, this slave fatigue's getting up there. And that one's not in the communions. The other slave is, leave this one back here. Fatigue's getting up there. Okay, so these might die. All right, that was it. So a small communion to support some evocation at the moment. He might have some thaumaturgy, but that's all we can see right now. And we'll check out this next turn. I'm just checking the chat in the game channel. Yeah, all right. I haven't got much more to say. We'll take a quick glance at the final turn for today. That'll be the end of the stream. Wax on, wax off. Ooh. Mr. Miyagi stuff. Here's the turn. Cool, man, cool. One more turn. Whoa, lots of action. All right, so... Oh, look at that. Here comes... Yeah, Sata Igi we have seen before. So let's check out her gear. See if she's boosted it up a bit. No, just a fireplate. I'm sure she had a enchanted ringmail before. But either way. So Barkskin, Skeletal Body, Personal Regen, and I'm guessing Astral Shield. And there we go. She's going to do absolutely fine in this fight. Oh, and enlarged now. What was her starting size? Must have been 5, I guess. Ooh, she's got 2 afflictions. Yeah, not too bad. Those are livable. Big thing is keeping an eye on candles. So she's taken a little bit of a penalty from Dominion, but not too much. The enlarge sure helps the regen, though. Now look at that. We're not seeing her regenerate here. Yeah, she's taken 10 damage points and no regen. That's weird. I'm missing. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's weird. It's just something I wasn't seeing. All right, now this fight kills 1 PD. That's not interesting. Titan kills 1 PD. Which one is this? This is Kilsa. She was the one with the enchanted ringmail. So let's have a look. Nope, she's upgraded to Fireplate and Dragon Helm. So he's upgraded his gear a little bit. And this was dirt cheap raid. Well, dirt cheap killing independence. And we have pressure, serious pressure. Look at that. That's 4 provinces with this crazy guy. Just rampaging right around Ermor's capital. So that's kind of amazing. You know, he took out 10 PD with 1 dude. That's kind of cool. That was definitely kind of cool. Look at that. Off we go. Off we go. Splash, splash, splash. That is pretty fun. That's why he won so easily. He killed the Centurion. And here, that is really... Oh, he caught 10... I wonder if the Kushi do better. Well, I'm sure that with enough Tuatha, you'll deal with the Retarius. But I'm thinking... Yeah, look at that. Okay, the Kushi are an excellent escort. At least it looks like it for the Retarius. This was just a probe. And this was a tiny raid. Okay, I'll go through the list. That was not interesting. We looked at that one. That one was fun. This one is basic. That's the other Titan. Saw that one. Our one was solid. So the Kushi are a reasonable solution. And that one, okay. That's it, guys. I will archive these turns so can be reviewed later. And I'm going to end the stream. So thanks for coming by. And hopefully there'll be some new stuff soon. I'm going to do another episode for Gulliver's Travel here right away. Hopefully that'll be up later today. And if you missed it, that's the new series of a recorded series, not a streamed. But the action is picking up here lately. So